I'm going live. We're going live on this one because of what I've just uncovered. This is this may be one of the, well, I was gonna say one of the saddest videos I've ever had to do that's necessary. However, as more information comes out from Q and this the Collective Q guy on Twitter showing the USS Mercy ship and the Comfort and who is on board being helped, I'm gonna have to say there's probably gonna be even more videos coming from me that might even be sadder or more disturbing than this one. The red pill that is about to drop on the entire world. The world's not ready for it. What I'm about to show you, I want you to think of your idiotic, jackass, maybe not even a liberal Democrat friend, just average bozo American that's about to find out what I'm about to show you. Again, my opinion at this point, with some strong evidence. The red pill that is about to be unleashed on American citizens and the world is going to absolutely rock and devastate your being, or their being, their psyche to the core. And I remember when Q said, if we showed you some of the things we have, what did he say, 90% of people would be effed up. 90% of the people would be effed up if Q said, if we showed you what some of the things you know we have in our possession that these animals, these sick people did to these kids. We can't show you that stuff. You'll never be the same. Your psyche will never be the same, says Q. So I'm scrolling through my Twitter stuff a little while ago, and I see at the Collective Q named George, who's been posting pictures of the USS Comfort, whatever, the USS Mercy, and just stuff inside, outside, personnel videos even of them working. Whoever this guy is, I say guy, I think it's a guy, he calls himself George, has access to areas that you and I don't have access to and never will have access to. And he's just posting them as regular news updates. Here's them, here's the beds. Remember, and I showed you, oh, look at that bed. That bed's number 17. Oh, look at the clock up there. 12:17. 17 equals Q. Oh, look at that clock. 1 plus 2 and 6 is equals to 17. Huh. And they just said, we've got our first few patients on board. We had 2, then we had 3, now we have 10, 15, 20 on one of them, 15 on the other one. And one of those ships that started getting patients finally, the one in Los Angeles. And the one I'm about to show you is in Los Angeles. I'm not going to tell you that I can, because you can't tell whether the image I'm about to show you is a child, is an adult. I believe it's female because of the long hair, but not necessarily has to be that way. I think it's a female though. Very small head, severely deformed person. And I don't think they were born that way, what I'm about to show you. And I think I just discovered the mother, holy mother grail of all grails, what Q meant when they said D5. It's absolutely children related. It's absolutely ritualistic abuse related. It is absolutely effing Hillary Clinton Foundation related. Anthony Weiner's laptop, crimes against children. I'm about to lay it out right now. And here you thought COVID. Here you thought old COVID was something major thing. The media is pumping that right now 24/7 nonstop Because what I think's about to be unleashed on the human beings of this planet by QAnon, this guy George, going to show you some stuff. You're going to realize why they did it the way they did at QAnon, why they had to do it this way, because they're about to red pill. I'm kind of sick to my stomach right now. They're about to red pill the entire population of the world. They said it's the only way people are going to truly understand what these criminals, these animals, the Democrats, many of them, were doing to people. It's the only way to expose them for who they are. It's going to be terrible. But people are going to see with their own eyes, and they're going to see what they were about. When this comes out, it's coming out. Like I said in my last video, people are going to say, I'm a Democrat? I voted Democrat all this time? I did that? I did that? Donald Trump said there are going to be suicides over COVID, of course. There's going to be suicides next few weeks, maybe next 30 days. You know, we could produce a lot of suicides. Nancy Pelosi. I'm going to show you in a minute. Be ready for what I'm about to show you. Viewer discretion is advised. Nancy Pelosi, poison pills, poison pills. Hint, hint. All the Hollywood actors tweeting to each other. Uh-oh, our jig is up. Oh, your jig's up. So, okay. Here we go. I told you 2 weeks in April. Guys, there's no way Donald Trump would allow the shutdown of the country that he worked so hard to build up, economy, jobs, to let it be destroyed. Here's your $1,200 check. Screw you. You can't pay your mortgage. You're done. There's no way in hell, I said, it's going to last real long. It's going to be over. And by freaking the 2 weeks, which ends in what? Easter. Donald Trump designated 2020, this month, April, as trafficking whatever awareness month. It's going to have Good Friday, and it's going to end on Easter. And I'm telling you now, I don't know what they're going to allow you to see. Probably more than what I'm about to show you. And as you start to put some things together, again, that stupid, dumbed-down population gets red-pilled. It's not just going to be the red-pilling you and I were trying to do. It's the kind of red-pilling that may devastate their freaking psyche. Their well-being might be at stake. So I'm hoping Q and them can kind of let them down slowly. Let them onto the slowly with enough that they can't deny it. And again, I just uncovered something. I think I know what D5 is. It's effing disturbing. And this is it. This is it. Joe, you're going to say, oh my God, dude, you just did it. Holy crap, you just did it. But the stuff you just showed us, oh my God, it's real. They're doing something about it right now. And we saw the pieces of the puzzle that Q put out and made sense right now. So, here we go. Here it is. This guy, George. He's been posting stuff. Again, whoever this is has access, or they themselves are the one who own the pictures. And are posting stuff about the ships, military vehicles, just in positions that, man, how's this guy getting all these photos? Is the military handing them to him and he's just uploading them? Is he actually there? It doesn't matter. It's one of those. But I just want to show you a few. The guy's all over it, man. He's on board the ship or taking this photo. All right, I just want to build that up for a second. So I have this picture. I clicked on it. I right-clicked, saved the picture, download to my desktop. I just did that. This is going to hurt a little bit. Again, viewer discretion is advised, as I've already said. This is the Dr. Adult's arm on the bed, inches away from this person's, whatever this is. Is it their leg? Is it their arm? I don't know. Look at the face, the ear, the jaw structure. Again, this picture cannot tell you whether it's a child or an adult or anything else. It's just some human being at this point. It has hair that's kind of long, dark. There's no gray hair. There's no white hair. So it's not an older person. And I want you to look at this leg, the left leg. This is not, oh, someone hasn't eaten enough in a while. They're a little skinny. This is a severe scar. Very large scar. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. But it's not normal. Not even kind of. I think this is somebody who's been severely abused. And I hope to God this person was born deformed and was not abused to become deformed. But after looking at that leg, that's not born that way. Someone has experienced some severe trauma. I'm going back to the Twitter for a second. Zoom. Camera model. Nikon D5. What is D5? I knew it immediately when I saw it. I got chills down my body. I'm getting him again right now. QAnon. Be ready, folks. Be ready. This is disturbing. It saddens me. It almost makes me want to throw up. Thank God I've only seen a slight little bit. Worth remembering. Hillary Clinton Foundation, crime against children. Hillary Clinton Foundation, crime against children. Worth remembering. Many were disappointed when the Huber report, when released. Just because the public isn't aware of something doesn't mean that Huber let it slide, right? What does D5 mean? Here it is, D5Q. Hover your mouse over it. D5 equals the strongest avalanche. The strongest avalanche against the deep state and Hillary Clinton, the whole cabal. So D5, strongest avalanche, is related to Clinton Foundation crimes against children. Deep State used George Herbert Walker Bush state funeral to stall Huber's testimony on Clinton Foundation investigation. Role of Huber, as portrayed by Q. What are the odds, mathematically probability, that Huber would be scheduled to testify regarding Clinton Foundation when this was happening, remember? On D5, which is the avalanche, strongest avalanche, which would mean Huber would be scheduled to testify regarding Clinton Foundation against crimes against children. D5. Strongest avalanche of data. Holy shit. George, highlight, highlight, highlight. Nikon camera model D5. That's it. Now, I want to share a comment with you that made me think and get me mad. It got me a little upset. It was on this post. I zoomed in and saw the picture. Deformed? Something's not right about the ear and the jaw. Okay. Yes, it doesn't look normal. Praying for that person. The staff looks terrified. Human hybrid? No. No. Look what they posted, though. The truth will put 99% of the population in the hospital. I started feeling sick to my stomach as I'm going through my Twitter and I saw that. I had to get up, just take a breather. Oh my God, I gotta go do a video. Start doing a video. Oh my God, what are you doing? Delete it. Just go to a freaking live stream. Get it out there right now. The truth will put 99% in a hospital. Q. So I'm going to search for that real quick, because this isn't the comment I wanted to show you, by the way. And maybe they're just quoting what they thought Q said, generally speaking. Let's see. Or in a hospital. What's right there? Remember, Snow White, Iron Eagle. Iron Eagle, we got the Fly Jets Fly reference the other day. Jason Bourne, CIA Dream. Who controls the narrative? The truth would put 99% of people in the hospital. So it's not saying it will, it's saying the truth would put 99%. Which means QAnon's not going to be able to give you the full truth shown on your TV screen. This is what these animals were doing to these kids in a manner that they should show it to let you know, hey. And who's being named here? Soros, family history. Germany. Merkel, family history. Follow the bloodline. The truth would put 99% of the people in the hospital. Okay. I think I now belong to the 99%, this person says, because of what they just saw. Nevertheless, I will bring health and healing to it. I will heal my people, and I will let them enjoy abundant peace and security. And I'm going to find that. Is that a person with mutation? Yeah, and I don't think they were born with it. So, is it? It's this one. Just wanted to see what this was. No. I saw the comment on here. I'm going to find it. This. I have this awful feeling those creatures the Podesta's favorite artist paints are not from his imagination. I hope I'm wrong. Are they forming and deforming children, strapping them to things to make them look like some of the artwork the Podestas had in their effing house? Look at the ear. Look at the arm. Now look at the patient. Now someone said his ear is weird, but he is an unshaven man, not a child. I thought this was a rescue of children. So let's go look at it again. I still have it up. They're saying an unshaven man. That's not a beard. Look at their hair. It's all over the place. It could be hair just stringling all over the place. It's in terrible condition. It's, again, compared to the size of this arm, and I know the arm's a little closer to us, but still, that is a small head. And why are their legs so deformed, like they've been operated on, stretched? Again, oh my God. What's about to be unleashed on the population, they're not ready for it. When QAnon said these people, these animals, will not be able to walk the streets. You're going to remember the Podestas and their artwork. And you're going to see the children, maybe some of them at some level. You're going to make the connection immediately. No wonder why they had that artwork. You're going to want to kill those people. However, do you remember the Q post about 11.3 and 11.4? Which we thought may have been, was that mean 11, 4, and 3, like November 3rd, November 4th? Or does it mean March 11th and April 11th? And it said on March 11th, the arrest of the Podestas, or John, I don't know if it was both or one of them, in the Q post. And then public of the arrest, 11.4, meaning April 4th. Sorry, April 11th. So in other words, Podesta may have been taken down here recently. He's in a cage somewhere, where he belongs. The public's about to learn on the 11th, on or about the 11th, Podesta's been nabbed. Why has he been nabbed? Oh, glad you asked. A lot of reasons, besides government problems and the classified stuff and, you know, treason and everything else. Besides that, crimes against children. We know you want to kill him, people, but relax. We've got him under arrest. He's in a special cell right now in Guantanamo Bay. I'm talking to this guy, I told you in my other video, that Ubered me home. I'm going to share this video with him because I gave him a little red pilling of his own on this stuff that he wasn't quite aware of. But I'm glad I met that man. And I was psyched that he was so awake. And we had an hour-long conversation probably after he dropped me off. I said, dude, if you need to stop talking, me to stop talking too, like, you know, you got clients to go get out, you know, no problem. He's like, no, let's chat. You gotta use the bathroom? Come inside, take a leak. You came inside? Okay, let's go back outside and finish talking. And he said, you know, Joe, you say 2 weeks, huh? This 2 weeks. I said, yeah. That's what my calculations and the stuff this Q guy's been feeding us says. It's this 2 weeks. He said, man, I've been telling everybody, my wife, everybody. Something big, I mean big, is about to go down. And soon, he said, I've been telling him, I feel like in the next 2 weeks, we're about to find something huge. Something huge is going to be dropped on us. We're going to find, you know, he's like, and we can't stay shut down much longer anyways because the country won't survive. So I'm like, I can feel it in my bones. And I'm like, well, that's interesting. Because I think you're picking up on something. Yeah, something huge is about to drop. And I'm thinking, oh, it's just the arrest of some people. Some lower level deep state. And then maybe in a month or two, like my woo-woo-woo friend, the bigger arrests are going to come. But you're going to see a whole bunch of others first. I wasn't expecting children expose that first. Expose the abuse. They've been rescued. I just can't imagine. I don't even know if I want to know what it looked like whenever whatever happened here happened. On the leg, the ear, the jaw. Are any of these kids going to tell their stories? And we're going to sit and watch an interviewer and have to hear what they're going to say? Are we even going to be able to even take it in? QAnon, 99% of the people won't be able to handle it. It'll put them in a hospital. Maybe that's why all the hospitals are empty right now. Maybe that's why all the hospitals are empty. No testing line of COVID patients. They claim there is, but there ain't when you go down there and videotape it yourself. It's a ghost town. We're sending nurses home. You better call the nurses back, people. Tell them to get to their job because they're about to get an influx of people who genuinely would be in good health and have lost their ever-loving mind because they just saw and witnessed something that will disturb them for the rest of their lives. I don't think we're going to be, whatever interviews or anything we're allowed to know that these individuals on that screen, for example, tell us, we're going to get, more than likely, my opinion totally here, the lowest level of abuse, which was still so severe it'll make people sick. We're going to get the lowest. Here's your little jabroni version. You can't hear. You want the truth, like Jim Brewer said. I showed you that video, Jim Brewer in the park. You want the truth. You can't handle the truth, but you just got to shine light on it. Shine light on that darkness. Oh, some light just got shined, my friends. What are we looking at in this screenshot? A human being, severely deformed leg with, I don't even know what it is. Jaw, ears, all jacked up and messed up. And again, compared to the man's arm, which he's right here. Look at the size of his head. I know he's closer to us, but this woman and this man, but let's look at her. She's on the other side of the bed by the leg. Look at the size of the leg. This is a child, man. Look at the head, guys. This is a tiny person, man. What has been done to this person, this kid? Again, I told you I did a freaking ayahuasca trip twice. And the second one, I'm up in outer space looking at this big corkscrew with little light pods on it. And I'm like, wow, that's massive. It's like a skyscraper. It's huge and it's spinning slowly. And it's pods left and right, just all next to each other. I mean, just packed. As that thing turned, more and more and more and more and more and more. I'm like, oh my God, I knew what it was. Oh my God, these are abused, satanically, ritually abused kids. All of them, they're all children. They're dead. They're gone. Most didn't have a family. They didn't have a mother. They just were birthed. Here you go. Birth. Here you go. Birth. Here you go. No love. No compassion. I pick up my little baby Ian. I pick that boy up. And I look at him and he's smiling on my hands. He's laughing and giggling at his daddy. And I'm feeding him and I'm holding him. And I love that kid. I love all my kids. And to think these people are just, these kids are just birthed out. Here you go. Satanic ritual abuse for you. Here you go. Satanic ritual abuse for you. You'll know no love. You'll know no compassion. You'll be locked in a cage, ripped apart, stretched, modified by an effing evil, disgusting cabal. That's your life. And then they got killed. And I'm looking at their bodies, their souls, in a freaking ayahuasca retreat that I didn't want to see. I wasn't expecting that. I just wanted to teach me something. Mother Ayahuasca, show me something. I want to learn. And I'm feeling the worst feeling I've ever had in my life. Oh, great, I'm having a bad trip. This isn't good. Was I? Or was I feeling what I was about to see? And I went through there, saw that, and knew what it was. These are dead souls of children. Most of them, again, don't even know they have parents. They don't know anything. They're just treated like some kind of caged animal. There's no such thing as love or compassion. They just fear and just abuse. And now they're floating around. Their souls don't know where to go. They're just trapped. They don't even know anything because they don't know nothing. They can't even move on. I'm like, I'm going to free you right now. I'm going to free your souls right now. And I said to them, I said the following words, and I don't even know why I said this out of my third eye to them, because that's how you're looking with your eyes closed. You see everything. We real humans would never do this to you. We real humans. Why would I say real humans? I mean, John Podesta's a human, isn't he? Hillary Clinton's a human. But that's what I chose to say, and I couldn't help it. It just came out. We real humans would never do this to you. We would show you love, compassion, caring. We would never. What they did to you was wrong, and I'm sorry you had to deal with it. But I thank you for sharing it with me. I thank you for, and I accept what you've shared, you know, psychically or whatever it was. Thank you. I'm going to free you now. I'm going to send you where you're supposed to go now, where you'll have love and compassion. And I sent this energy of just immense love and care and kindness. And all this terrible dread feeling of this bad trip I was having, it was gone. I'm on a mission. I'm not leaving here until I fix this. And it happened fast. And it worked. And they left and they got it. And I'm like, oh God, it worked. Yeah, they're going. They're going. There they go. Wow, I did that. And then I snapped out of it. Came to. And now here I am, months later. And I got this on my screen, sharing this with you. I only hope to God that what I did in that ayahuasca trip actually did something in the other world, or the other side, as they say, you know, where souls go when you die. I only hope that that really happened. And I didn't just like imagine that in my head. It felt real as can be. The feelings were real. The energy I put out was real. I was plugged in like I always am when I did that the first time even. And I felt like, wow, even though I feel like shit and dread and I don't like the way I'm feeling, I just accomplished something massive. So let's remember, Arlington Cemetery, General Flynn knows where the bodies are buried. And there's a hint that it's Arlington Cemetery. Where on the face of the earth would you hide a body that you know ain't no one gonna go snooping for it? Ever. How about Arlington Cemetery? I would question, though, is there an underground area to that where they can put bodies, or how does that work? Because, I mean, I don't know. But and maybe that's not what was meant. Maybe it wasn't actually Arlington. So maybe, you know, I don't know. But I thought the clues were there that said, on or about on Arlington Cemetery. But I don't know for sure. But if you have to dispose of an enormous amount of bodies and stuff, you would have to have a space huge. 800,000 go missing a year in the United States. A year. You'd have to have a massive underground facility that you could just get rid of them. And again, we have these earthquakes we heard the other day, 6.2 miles down below the earth surface, 6.2, hundreds. The girl's like, how can we have 6.2s deep all over the damn place? This doesn't make sense. And someone said, well, it makes sense if some of these underground facilities are being destroyed and they all link to each other approximately 6.2 miles down below. People being rescued and destroying the facilities on their way out. Again, no proof of that. I can't give you that. But when you start putting a couple puzzle pieces together, boy oh boy, does some of this make sense. The people are about to get red-pilled in the most disturbing way, and I hate this that it has to be that way. It ain't me doing it. But Q said, we're going to have to show the people some things. It's the only way to really let the people know, those who've been brainwashed the most especially, know this is what's been going on. And we've nabbed the bad guys, and we have these children here who are alive and rescued who can say, I recognize that person. They did this to me. I recognize that person. They did that to me. Pizzagate was real. Comet Ping Pong, all those guys. Remember they had the pedo symbol? Oh no, we changed our symbol to our store now. It's gone. QAnon. Their symbolism will be their downfall. Their symbolism will be their downfall. So here we have a child on board the ship. The ship. And this one I think is out of California, this picture. And they said, oh, we got 15, I think, in California, and 20 in the New York ship. And I'm going to say, I bet they're all children. And the tents in New York City, the tents that were put up, I showed it to you, what, yesterday? Or was it today? The ring. The pedo ruby red ring on a definitely not a child, because you can tell by the size of the hand. One of our first patients at the tent in Central Park, New York. So, bad guy, you go to the tent in New York. Children rescued, you guys get to go to the ships. Why didn't the guy or girl, whoever it was, in Central Park, why didn't they go to the ship? You follow me? Or, the picture I just showed you on the ship of the kid, or what I think's a kid, why didn't they go to the tent in New York City at the park, Central Park? Are you following me? Bad guys, you go there. You're arrested. Children, we're rescuing you. You go on the ship. We're the military. Where the military is on board. And ain't nobody gonna go try to get to those kids and, you know, take them out. You're not getting through the military, sucker. So we're able to see one image. Barely. And it shows a deformed child. Again, I think it's a child based on the head. I still got the thing up. You can see the size of his head. Even though he's a couple of feet away. His arm, quite large. This woman's head, full, an adult. Her body size, this guy. They're on the other side of this little bed. This is the leg. That is tiny, man. It's not an adult. Can't be. And look at the size of the head. It's tiny. It's like the size of his elbow, even though his elbow's a little closer to us, so maybe it looks a little bigger. But she's farther away. She's on the other side of the bed, man. And if you look at even like the bed, like this railing, in comparison to the size of this woman's head, and then the comparison in the size of this patient's head. This is a tiny person, i.e. a child. And this guy, this lady, this guy, and all the personnel on this ship, they were probably briefed. You guys are going to have one hell of a job. Be ready for what you're going to see, the likes of which you've never seen in your life. You're going to think you're looking at a horror movie. We need you to stay strong and help these children. Be prepared, because they're coming here. Could you imagine a regular hospital, or one of the tents even, where there's regular hospital personnel? Let's just say the hospitals. Regular hospital personnel, nurses, doctors, you, me, regular people, not the military. And they start getting hit with child victim, deformed, deranged, due to abuse. These people wouldn't be able to function at their jobs. They would go home. The nurses would go home crying. The doctors crying. Husband and wives, honey, what's wrong? What's wrong? What happened today? I can't even describe to you, honey. I just need to be left alone, please. Or, you know, hug me, cuddle me. I can't believe what I just saw. You're not going to believe this. It's going to take some military, who, by the way, are still human beings, and are going to have disturbed problems probably themselves. Because just because you're in the military doesn't mean you're automatically some kind of badass and you don't have feelings or emotions or a heart. I'm sure they were briefed. Get ready for some victims that may change your life forever. You'll never forget what you're about to see. Okay? We got to help these people. They need our help. Their kids, whatever. We're here to help. Bring them in. There's 15 on the one in California. There's now 20 on the one in New York. I can assure you right now, with that picture being online, and guys like me doing videos right now, and other people are going to do videos too, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, little Adam Schiff, all of these elitists together, the whole bunch of them, are pissing and shitting their pants right now. Oh my God, yeah, it's true. The guys' rumors are true. They're rescuing the kids. You're going to then say to yourself, if you're one of them, well, what did I do to any of them? Oh, I did that, and I did this, and I did that. I'm going down. There's no way out of this. I'm going down. They've got the kids. Nancy Pelosi, what'd you say about the poison pills? What did Donald Trump say? I think there's going to be a lot of suicides over this. You know, this hidden enemy known as the virus. Oh, it's a virus. These despicable humans are viruses. And Donald Trump is the cure. The nation is not ready to learn this, people. You're about to get red-pilled, some of y'all. Some of the regular people. The likes of which you never would have thought. That's the red pill? Yeah, that's the red pill. Those are the guys I voted for that were involved? Yeah, that's them. Vote Democrat, blue, vote red, Republican. Those are the people that were involved. I can assure you Nancy Pelosi, Adam Schiff, all of them are shitting their pants right now. We got to get a commission right away on Trump's handling of the corona. Dude, he's not even done handling it. It's still ongoing. We got to get a commission on it. He closed the borders down early. You guys said it was too early. He's an idiot. Then later you said you should have, you know, well, you can't win, can he? They have to impeach him. We got to impeach him. If we don't impeach him, we're all going to Gitmo. We're going to Guantanamo Bay for crimes against humanity and treason for trying to overthrow the president. They're done. These people are done. And I've been begging Bix, Cliff, guys, please, for F's sake, please, stop with the fear, man. The most glorious takedown of the deep state is happening the next 2 weeks. At least give me 2 weeks before you do your next fear video. Put it on hold until, oh, Joe, you're wrong. It wasn't 2 weeks, dude. Nothing happened. Okay, now play your fear videos. Go for it. Well, cue them up. Go, play them. This is disturbing with what we just saw. But this is the light at the end of the tunnel. We're almost out. It's over. It's practically over. C before D, says Q. Children before declassification. So not only is this going to red pill people, we have a declassification of some very important documents coming, including 9/11 and JFK's death. Wonder what those docs are going to show. Well, you're going to find out. I'll tell you right now, you're going to find out. We knew JFK was assassinated. We knew it wasn't the guy that we said it was in the book repository. It was a damn inside job and the government did it. Whether it was the CIA, FBI, collusion, whatever. That's what you're going to find. It was a hit from the inside. In my opinion. We'll find out. So here we are on day number 3. And I told you, I read you the Q thing. Hands up. Hands up. QAnon, hands up. Big, capital letters, B-I-G. Big week ahead. More you know. Tom Hanks. Photo. Hands up. Got him. Upload. Hey guys, check this out. Hey, you know, he also starred in a movie called Big. Funny. And Q is also loves to use the dual meaning. Big week ahead. This is the week ahead when I told you this is it. If this is it, guys, this whole week coming up should be really interesting. Like a big week. Has it disappointed? Are you not, you know, is this what I just shared with you not enough? Is that not big news? What I just shared with you about this, what looks like a child deformed and sliced up legs. Again, I'm going to put it up on the screen again. Look at the size of the heads of these people and look at the person on the bed. That is a small child, man. Has to be. Look at the leg. What is this? What happened to them? Scar. Massive scar tissue here. And what is this? Again, this isn't just someone that's malnourished. I can't even say that word. Malnutrition. Look at the face, the jaw structure, the ear. Something's wrong, man. You think this picture was taken with the doctor's arm blocking the face for a reason? Yeah, they blocked it for a reason. Because if they didn't block it, and it was absolutely certain that this is a child, we wouldn't be able to share this with you right now. Oh, YouTube, no, you're not allowed to share a picture of a child. Yeah, actually, I can, technically. Unless the parent says, no, my child's not allowed there. But then we'd have some anonymous, deep state, oh, that's my child, that's my child. I certify that's my child, copyright strike, get it out of there, we don't want to show that. But since the guy's arm's blocking the face, the criminal, satanic deep state, you bastards, you can't make a claim, now can you? That's your kid? What part of that tells you that's your kid? You see their face, eyeballs, nose, mouth? No, you don't. So you can't claim it. Can't even claim it's a kid. As a matter of fact, it could be an adult. Just look at the leg. And again, someone said over here. Or was it this one? So, because new people probably came in, I'm going over it again. This was the same guy, which is cute, which is this George guy that has pictures and video on the ship. He's been posting it for days, whoever this is. And people are like, hey, by the way, we think George is JFK Jr. Oh, maybe. So they said, here's the picture properties. Time, size, camera model. Why is it important, a camera model? Nikon D5. Oh, I know why D5 is important. Again, it's for the new people who didn't catch me earlier. I know why D5 is important. Ready? First of all, the truth will put 99% of the people in the hospital. The truth that I just showed you. Imagine finding a little more about that. You'd be disturbed to death. So, D5. Many people were disappointed with Horowitz's, I thought it was Huber, Horowitz's first Inspector General report. But an avalanche is coming. Keep that word in mind. Worth remembering, Hillary Clinton Foundation and crimes against children. Inspector General report. Wiener, texting, whatever. Okay, Hillary Clinton Foundation and crime against children. Worth remembering, many were disappointed with the H report when it was released. Just because the public isn't aware of something, you know, D5. What's D5? Wait a minute, D5? That D5? The pictures? The evidence of children? Crimes against children? That D5? Strongest avalanche is what the code word is for D5. Huh. Huber would be scheduled. Remember that? What are the odds, mathematical probability, that Huber would be scheduled to testify regarding Clinton Foundation on the D5 matter, right when Papa Bush, right? What are the odds George Herbert Walker Bush passes away and the state funeral date is on, well, D5? Remember that? The date is on D5. D5 being the strongest avalanche of evidence. And the strongest avalanche of evidence, D5, is crimes against children. And we have a D5 Nikon camera taking pictures of the one I just showed you. And this Q person, Collective Q George, is highlighting the camera model. Who gives a shit about the camera model? Well, apparently he wants you to know, pay attention to Nikon D5. This might be the most epic Q drop I've ever put together. Odds of state funeral on D5. Again, the avalanche. So there was an avalanche of material that was supposed to come about the Clinton Foundation, crimes against children, but they had to stop it because George Herbert Walker Bush's funeral had to take place. Maybe that's what was on the envelopes. We know your papa didn't die. Maybe they know Papa Bush is actually alive right now. Here we all thought he got put to death early by Trump. Maybe the envelope said, right where he's at. Yeah, we know where he went. We know where he's at. Blah, 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 blah. He's here in Nice try. Your crimes against children will be exposed. And every one of those presidents, Obama, Bushes, they all got the same one. Crimes against children. We got you. They look at it like Hillary did. We look at it like George Bush's brother. Used to be the former effing governor of Florida, for God's sakes. Jeb Bush, he looked at it. Whoa, dude, it's just a piece of paper. What's possibly on that got you all upset, big guy? And when we ask you, what was on the letter, man? What was on the envelopes? What was on the card? Our response to the deep state. And maybe the response is, we're going to expose your crimes against children. You're going down. I told you guys 2 weeks. Please listen to me, guys. I think, look at all this evidence I'm showing you. It's 2 weeks. It's right now. It ends on Easter. It's going to be a glorious Easter. Please listen to me. It's going to be glorious. Don't be scared. Don't sweat it. It's going to be great because the deep state is getting taken down. And it's starting right now, the big week. I also gave you a deciphered on cue that it's this week. The big week is this week. He said it. Hands up, Tom Hanks. Remember, hands up, Tom Hanks. Big week ahead. Big, the actor, Tom Hanks in the movie Big. And dual meaning, big week ahead. Have we not had a pretty interesting week so far? I mean, we're Friday around here. This is huge. We've got the person with the pedo ring picture at one of the tents at Central Park near some tunnels. We've got these children being, I mean, now it's obvious, being rescued, put on the ships. So the deep state actors, you go to the tents down in Central Park. The children, you are put on a military ship, protected by the military. No harm will ever come to you again. You're safe. It happened this week, guys. It happened this freaking week. I'm vindicated. Guys, stop with the stupid corona thing. Stop! Stop! 80% tests, false positives. Oh, this test has the corona. It's actually embedded in the damn test. It's contaminated. Joe, I know someone who died from it finally. I finally got one. Okay. Are we sure? They took a test, right? Well, how do we know we didn't just give it to them? The tests are contaminated, many of them. Right? So we're never going to know the real truth about the numbers or anything. Just, oh, that person died, corona did it. That person died, corona did it. Andrew Cuomo's brother, Chris Cuomo, CNN anchor. I got corona, I got to work from home. With this happening right now, I told you, watch Hillary and Bill. Watch them. She was doing shot skis on a TV show the other day, and the host, who was doing it with her, he's got corona. He's got corona. He's at home resting. Even though he's got a photo recently of him playing with his own kid 5 inches away from his face. Don't worry about that. He's got corona. And now Hillary Clinton's going to get it. I'm telling you. I already told you in advance, guys. I'm going to do a video with a separate title about Hillary getting this. I just know she's going to get it. She's not going to be able to testify at the trial she's supposed to go to. Remember? For deposition. She's fighting it now. I need an appeal. Clinton Foundation headquartered in New York, right down the street from Central Park, right in the hub of the trafficking tunneling system. Rumor has it, QAnon, rumor has it, Bill and Hillary, our health's going to rapidly deteriorate. Okay. I got a sneaky suspicion now that we see a pedo ring person nabbed in the tent in Central Park, and we have 15 children allegedly on one ship and 20 children on the other ship in New York. Oh, Hillary and Bill, holy shit, it's go time. We're as that email with Podesta and Hillary said, you better fix this shit, because if that bastard wins, we're all gonna hang. I think she's on to something. And if you are seeing what I'm seeing right now, they are knowing and seeing what we're seeing. Believe me, they know children are being brought aboard these ships. Believe me, they know, oh shit, these are alive children who can tell people what happened. Panic mode has never been higher. I hope the Patriots have every deep state actor under control, so to speak, or watched, in which an effing small nuclear bomb doesn't go off. And all of a sudden, we're focused on a massive new terror attack. Hits New York City and Los Angeles, where these two ships were at. It was Iran, Syria. Osama bin Laden came back from the dead. I hope to God Patriots are in control in that respect. Because if there was ever a time for a false flag explosion attack right now, oh, it's right now. The deep state needs one bad. To take your eyes off of what's about to come out. I pray, I hope to God, we don't hear about a massive bomb going off. Because I'm going to tell you, Dick Allgaier, who is an amazing remote viewer, again, I think he got Corona a little overhyped. No problem. I still respect and love the man. He's my friend. And he just left to go on a little vacation, so we'll give him a break. I wish I was there hanging out with him. The man's an amazing remote viewer. Like, stupid good. In one of his remote viewing sessions not too long ago, and he was talking about this in his video recently, one of them, empty towns, empty skyscraper, like it's just ghost towns. And we're seeing that now because everyone's locked down at home. But there was another session he did, which looked like a freaking bomb went off in a city. Bodies all over the ground, destruction. Whoa. Was it a natural earthquake event? Was it... He wasn't sure. If you're a deep state and you have access to any kind of weaponry, and you know what's happening right now, oh my God, we literally have days at best. Guys, go with Plan Z. We don't have a choice. Go with Plan Z. And a freaking bomb goes off somewhere. A big one. Because of these effing criminals. Trying to get you again. Let's destroy some evidence. And the news media will run this cycle over and over and over again. No one will even remember. There will be nothing about these kids. There'll be nothing about nothing. That's what we'll focus on. Of course, they may have forgotten Donald Trump has access to the emergency broadcast system on our phones. And he will use it. However, again, you're them. You're panicking. We got to do something. I pray to God. You guys should pray. Meditate, pray that the Patriots have these people on lockdown, and that's not about to happen. Because this is the prime time where something like this would happen. And if I'm me, and I am, I'm not going in any major city. Like I'm telling you, I'd be down at New York City right now filming these empty ghost town, waiting rooms. No, on second thought, plane ticket early, I'm out of here. Matter of fact, I'm getting out of the city right now, and I'm going to the smaller city to get to the airport. I'm fly out of there. I don't want to take any chances. Come to think of it. Again, I meditate, I pray, I hope we don't have a terror event. Wink, wink. Right when this shit's about to be released. Penny Kelly said, I love that woman too, like all my woo-woo friends. She said, I'm doing my little look-sees month after month. And I get to the April, and it does seem like maybe the corona thing starts to fade. But when we get to May, it's gone. It's like we don't even care about it. There's something else, she says. There's something else far more, whatever, has our attention. I don't know what it is, but there's something that, oh, that's old news. Like corona. This, whoa, what's this? May, holy crap. She didn't know what it was though. Just something would have our attention like big time. And it's not that. That's gone. That's like, oh, almost like we wish I could bring that back. Is kind of how I felt like when I was hearing her say it. So this is far greater of importance than that, than corona. What is it? It could be us getting red-pilled by Trump. Okay, guys, here's what happened. We're going to let you in on some stuff. Here's a declassification. Here's this. Here's that. We're going to now do some other additional arrests at some higher level people. More than we did in April. I don't know. I'm speculating. But the children are being saved. The children are being saved. They're in very bad shape. Disturbing shape. But they're being rescued. That's all that matters right now. They will now finally get to experience some type of love and kindness. And I thought to myself, could you adopt one of these children? And then I thought to myself after that, I have children. And if I adopted one of these children, because of what they've been through, what their brain is used to, they might harm my children. Act out against them. I can't do that. They're so severely damaged. They could cause harm to my own family. They've lived their whole lives in a cage or whatever and experimented on and used and abused. Like, there would have to be a facility set up, kind of like foster care, but a facility like, you know, Little Orphan Annie orphanage, where they just have workers that act as the guardian and parent and try to connect with the kids, give them love, and mold them out of where they were, you know, if that's even possible. How do you take someone out of that? They lived their whole life like that. You know, even though they're kids, they may be 8, 9, 10 years old, but that's their whole life. Nothing in the entire world's history will be like what is happening and about to happen. There's no other story in history of the world that is what is currently happening and is about to happen. It's already started. How are they going to let us, the average person, in on what was being done and who was doing it? And the details. You did what to them? They sliced them where? They stretched that and did what? They drank the blood? They did what? How the hell is the average person going to sit back, hear any slight part of that, and be like, oh, good, go get those bad guys, man. I can't believe you did that to that kid, bro. Yeah, they deserve to go to jail. You're going to be like mentally, I need to go to a hospital. Like you said, if you would, 99% of the population would have to go to a hospital if we showed you what we have. 99% of the people would have to go to the hospital because of just what they heard and saw. So when I hear that, and I believe it, they're not exaggerating. You have to I put myself then in the shoes of John and Tony Podesta, Hillary Clinton and them, all these crazy pedos, sickos, Satanists, and say to myself, how could you do this to another human being? With a smile on your face and laughing probably and enjoying it like this is fun. How could you even be born as a human being on this planet? Unless you're born into it and taught at a very young age. Oh, this is normal. Kind of like, you know, you live out in the country, your dad goes shooting deer, you're at a young age, you go shooting deer with them, you skin the animal, you eat it. That's no big deal for you. You bring the city boy out, hey, my friend's going to come in from the city, Dad, we're going to take him hunting. Okay, son. You shoot the deer, the city boy's upset, oh man, you just killed an animal. Oh, well, yeah, we're going to skin it and make jerky, deer jerky, and get some meat off of that, yeah. Now you're going to slice it open? Can you guys just do it? I don't want to look. Right? You're not used to that. Oh my God, my heart, my compassion, the poor animal. Even though you know, well, I do eat meat. I do eat cow and I do eat, you know. But I don't see it, so I'm okay with it. But when you see it up front, and, oh, the blood coming out and there's the knife. But the little boy who goes with his dad from a young age and just hunts, and it's no big deal. He's looking at you like, what's wrong with you, dude? We're going to kill this and eat it. We're going to fillet it and eat it and everything. What? So if you're a young child and your parents are taking you to deep underground freaking tunnels and systems where they're doing crazy things to people, it's normal. Oh yeah, it's no big deal. However, they then come out in front of the rest of us and act like they're one of us and, oh, vote for me, I love you, give me a hug, picture, Hillary. So you gotta say, well, they must know what they're doing though. They know what they're doing. And again, if we got an email between Podesta and Hillary and all that, you better fix this shit, because if that bastard wins, we're all going to hang. So you know you're doing something highly illegal. You know you're doing something that would get you hung, in your own words. So maybe you were born into it or not. Do you at some point in your life say, you know, I'm reflecting back on my life. I've done some despicable things. I don't like the way I feel. It's time to change. I don't want to do that anymore. Nope. These people are so sick. Like you said, these people are sick. We're at the 3rd. People, it's the 3rd of April. That's 3 days into April. Donald Trump. I'm declaring this month, 2020, April, as child and trafficking, all that, awareness month. Hello, he's talking to you, people who are paying attention. It's going down this month. We now have kids being rescued and put on the ships, the white Navy ships. We have, well, at least one bad actor, what appears to be in a tent at Central Park with the pedo ring on. They nabbed him. That's what my opinion is. We're only on day 3 of my 2-week, hey, let's see what happens. Chris Cuomo, I'm going to go home. All these people, I'm going to work from home. We're all working from home for the sake of the virus. No, I think you know you're in deep, deep, deep trouble. Wonder where old Bill Maher is these days. You know, he's one of the Red Shoe boys. Wonder where old Maher is. Probably somewhere panicked. And Donald Trump had the nerve to say, you know, there's probably going to be a lot of suicides over this. They're like, soon. It's going to get bad. You know, it's going to get real bad. This invisible enemy we have, you know. There's going to be some suicides. Probably thousands of suicides. And I told you right off the bat, you know what he's telling you. You know what he's telling you, don't you? These people who know what they've done, there's going to be some suicides. Because they're not going to get nabbed. Oh, you're not getting me. You're going to put me in the death penalty. I'm not rotting in a cell while I wait my sentence. Give me that poison pill. I'm out of here. So, it is happening. It's happening during the time period I thought it would happen. We just don't really see visibly, nationally. Oh, that person got arrested. Oh, that person who quit tweeting 6 days ago and is not tweeting anymore, they're arrested. We're not seeing that yet. But the kids are being rescued. And the kids being rescued means, yes, it's happening in the 2-week period we thought. So Donald Trump, I'd like this to be over by Easter. I told you, don't ever question him. If he wants it over by Easter, Corona, he'll get it over by Easter. The lockdown, can you see how severe these animals, these sickos are? You can understand why the lockdown has to happen. We don't want these people going out anywhere, and if we have to chase them, how perfect would it be to have empty streets? We got control over them. They can't do a false flag shooting, the schools are down. The bars and restaurants and nightclubs are down. Everything's down. The stadium sporting events, they're down. Deep state. You can't do those, can you now? But if they have a bomb or a weapon, they could set one off. So I'm just telling you, if I'm them, and this is happening right now, they're getting exposed at that level, it's probably go time. If they have access to something like that. And I don't know that they do. I pray and hope they don't. But if they do, is that the May thing, Penny Kelly? Oh, we don't care about Corona no more. This is way more important. What could be more important right now? That makes that look like child's play. Oh, I don't know. A city having a bomb go off in it? Or maybe the arrests in our face. They actually present them and show them, and we're all focused in May. Oh my God, here it is. This is what they were doing. I don't know. I see a bunch of super chats. Of course, I've not really been paying attention. But I can't believe this. Cannot believe it. You know, and like somebody said on one of the posts, I have an awful feeling I've got this awful feeling those creatures the Podesta's favorite artist likes to paint are not actually from his imagination. I hope I'm wrong. And here's one of the pictures or something that they put out of this thing. And look what somebody said. D5, baby. So someone else caught on too. D5. The camera that this person posted. Hey, a Nikon D5. And again, for new people who are showing up, D5. Many were disappointed with the H report when it was released. Just because the public isn't aware of something doesn't mean anything, right? Doesn't mean that something's not happening. D5, which is what? The strongest avalanche. D5 is the strongest avalanche of data against the deep state, which is, on this post, Hillary Clinton and Foundation, crime against children. And remember George Herbert Walker. What are the odds, mathematical probability, George Herbert Walker Bush passes away and the state funeral date is on the same date of what was initially D5, which is the strongest avalanche of data that was supposed to be presented, but they had to postpone it because of the funeral. And then it never happened. Remember that? Whatever happened with it? Where's that data? Oh, we have the data, and it's coming. So here it is in your face. D5. D5, this was just posted recently. This guy is on board with this picture right here. And I've zoomed in. That's the picture. And he right clicks and shows you, here's the properties of the file. It's a Canon or a Nikon D5 camera. There's your hint. There it is in your face. And he's highlighting it to say, hey, D5. Go look at D5. And if you look at this person, again, deformed ear, deformed jaw structure, all kinds of stuff happened on their leg. God knows what they did to this poor individual. And somebody said something about the nightgown. They're like, oh, look, it's, you know, sheep or something. I'm looking at it now. I don't really see sheep, but they're like, oh, it's like a kid's nightgown. You know, like something that they'd give a kid. Like some kind of little toy things, you know. I can't tell from this photo, but you can see that leg. And these doctors don't exactly look like, you know, they're little, you know, very serious looking. Something's going on here. She's looking at him, he's looking at the kid, and he's of course looking at the kid too. Anyways, this is it. This is it. It's happening right now. And it looks like our old Snip's being proven right. And we still got several days left. We're only 3 days into April. Easter will be glorious. It's going to be one for the record books. I'm going to make the prediction now as well that this 4th of July will probably be one of the most epic ones ever. The patriotism that's going to come out, because we're going to know everything by then. It'll be one for the history books. And I thought, well, you know, I was talking with Penny Kelly and, hey, maybe August we have a little gathering at your place. And she thought, well, yeah, maybe. Of course, now that this is happening, you know, maybe not with the whole Corona thing. But I thought, man, if everything's unlocked and everything's good, which I think it should be by then, for sure. And I get with her, hey, how does July sound? How does 4th of July sound? Screw April or August. How does 4th of July sound at your place? Where we all celebrate. That would be pretty badass. So we'll see. But anyways, I don't know what else to show you right now. It's crazy. And it's probably going to get more interesting in the next few days too. And yes, we may get locked down a little harder when they start to go after for them for the arrests. It already looks like they're arresting now anyways. Like I said, in the one tent in Central Park, they've got someone in there. They won't show the face, but they show the hand with the ring. It's got the freaking pedo ruby red ring. That's letting us know, hey, at least it's happening at some level. And someone had messaged me on Telegram, Joe, I think, or maybe it was my phone. Joe, I think Go Bix is starting to question Corona a little bit. That he might be coming around. I said, oh, really? I said, I didn't see his video yet. He goes, yeah, I'm kind of getting the thought that he might be coming around. Round, round, come around, big come around, yeah. I'd be glad because the fear and all the crap being put out right now with Corona is not necessary, like I've been trying to explain. So, hold on, what's this? Jay Snip, hold on. 2 of the grandchildren of Kennedy's just went missing an hour ago. Or, let me search for that. Oh, Daily Mail. Robert F. Kennedy's granddaughter and her 8-year-old son are missing after their kayak got blown away when they paddled on into a Maryland bay to retrieve a ball. A mother, 40, and her son were seen in a small canoe or kayak drifting in a bay at the Columbia Beach Community Pier at 4:30 p.m. David McKean confirmed on Thursday that his wife, Maeve Kennedy Townsend McKean, and son, 8-year-old Gideon Joseph Kennedy McKean, were missing. McKean said the pair popped into a canoe to chase it down. Popped into a canoe to chase it down. They just got farther out than they could handle and couldn't get back in. Authorities called the search off at 7:30 p.m. Thursday, citing darkness. They did, however, find the kayak and have resumed the search on Friday. I'll be honest, my instant gut reaction to this, like Papa Kennedy, not JFK, but the other Kennedy Jr., oh, his plane crashed. Never did find the body. That's because he's alive and well. And again, with what's happening right now, they're at risk. Their family was singing, taunting the deep state, it's going down. I'm yelling timber, you better run, taunting the deep state. So maybe this is just a, we need to keep you safe moment. And again, when did it happen? Oh, I don't know. Within the 2-week period, JSnip4 said, watch this. And it's not like I'm some genius. I'm not. I go find the evidence. I got people sending me stuff. Joe, check this, check that, check that. Okay, I'll check it. And I put stuff together. They send me stuff. It helps, you know. I'm just present it to you. I'm no genius. I'm not. I just present it to you. But when I present it to you, and it's overwhelming, like, you know, Bix and Cliff, come on. You know, like, don't go with the fear thing when I'm presenting you with some pretty hardcore evidence. So anyways, that's what I think. ABC News running, what is it? Trump's having pedophiles arrested 9 times more than Obama did. Yeah, I was thinking they may be protected if, again, they already did this before. And right now is freaking go time. Not surprised that that's the story. They're going to a safe spot. Which also means, is President Trump about to be on board Air Force One here shortly? Safe and in a secure location, as Q said, when this all really goes down. David McKean told the Washington Post that the family had been at a home belonging to his wife's mother, Kathleen Kennedy Townsend, when a ball being played with flew out into the water. McKean said the pair popped into a canoe to chase it down. They got further out than they could handle and couldn't get it back in. The canoe has been found, but they haven't. Uh-huh. And authorities said, you know, you guys aren't that important people. It's getting a little dark out. We're going to go get some dinner. Don't... Well, that's right, because you don't have helicopters and Coast Guard that has infrared, both helicopters, Sheriff's Office or the local city police, Coast Guard. You guys don't have infrared, forward-looking infrared FLIR heat sensing cameras like I've got on my freaking drone. You don't have that. And as a matter of fact, at dark nighttime, you'd really see them stick out like a sore thumb. Again, I think it's just a cover story, and it's fine. Keep them safe, keep them out of harm's way, while Trump takes out the deep state. He said he wants it over by Easter. When the man says he wants something, I tell you 1,000 times, he's gonna get what he wants. I will only give you one exception to that rule right now. And that's what I said before. The deep state has one more trick up their sleeve. And it's called a freaking bomb in a city. And they go to that level. If they're willing to do the things to these children that they've done, what is a few sheeple, hundreds or thousands of sheeple, in their eyes, to make their statement and keep the eyes off of that and focus on that especially? Trump ain't getting done by Easter if that happens. You're going to have something to deal with. And again, Dick Algar had a remote viewing session not too long ago about a street area, looked like a downtown city area, that looked like a bomb or an earthquake or some type of major event had happened. Bodies in the streets, rubble. Just going to say that. Again, pray, meditate that this is not the case. It's not going to happen. But that would be the exception to, hey, guys, I know I told you 2 weeks. But Trump's got something else on his hand he's dealing with at the same time now. And as you saw in the news today, New York City or this city or that city or whatever just had a terror, according to CNN, a terror attack from ISIS. Osama bin Laden not really dead. He did it. Yeah, okay. That would be the exception, just to be clear. So, anyways, no, D5 is not 4 out of 5. D5 is the camera. Here's the picture. This is the scene in the background of the kid, I think it's a kid, with deformities and severe stuff on their leg, deformities and surgeries or whatever. And I say surgery, more like abuse. This is the photo details. Nikon D5. That's D5, and I showed this earlier. Worth remembering, Hillary Clinton Foundation and Crimes Against Children. Remember that? Worth remembering. Many were disappointed with the H report when released. Just because the public isn't aware of something, doesn't mean it didn't happen or something's going to happen. D5, which says the strongest avalanche. The strongest avalanche of data against them is coming. D5 equals that. D5 is crimes against children. Child. There's the child. Again, the small picture. And there's the hint, D5. And again, George Herbert Walker Bush's funeral. Oh, he died all of a sudden. When did he die? When was the state funeral posted to happen on? The same day as the D5 stuff was supposed to happen with... not Huber. Who's the other H guy? Inspector General Horowitz, I think. Oh, we have to postpone it. I guess we're not going to release the D5 strongest avalanche of data. Again, crimes against children. We're going to have to wait because now we have a state funeral. Now, at the same time, they could have just said, all right, we'll just reschedule for 2 weeks from now. And then do it. But, again, the deep state, that was their counter. That was their action to that. So if the deep state's counteraction... Oh, we're going to pretend Papa Bush died. Again, he might still be alive. Papa Bush died, and we're having this to stop D5 from being released, which is crimes against children. That means they know what it was about, the deep state, and all the presidents who showed up knew about it, which is why they got a card that they opened up, and all of them looked at it and were like, not happy with what that card said at the funeral. Remember that? All the presidents, past presidents. Which also means Q knows, of course, you guys tried to postpone crimes against children with this horseshit fake death. By the way, we know exactly where he's at. your crimes against children will be exposed. This just caused a slight delay. Maybe that's what the card said. D5 is this camera. Nikon D5. And D5 equals crimes against children. It's right in your face. In Cliff High, I love you to death. But you crotchety old son of a bitch, to say that this is the Chinese, the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party is running Q, and they've got it. After this video, are you out of your ever-loving mind, my friend? The CCP did this? They're going to rat on one of their closest allies, Hillary Clinton, and specifically mention crimes against children. Oh, I'm sure she'd be okay with that. Come on. You're killing me, man. I love you. You're killing me. Jesus. Nope. Jiminy Christmas. So, what else can I say? I keep repeating the same thing because new people come in, they're asking questions. One way or the other, again, the most exciting time to be alive. Wow. Crazy, isn't it? Well, love you guys. I'm out. Enjoy your weekend, possibly. Maybe stay out of those big cities. Just in case Deep State wants to retaliate in a big way. You know what I'm saying? They might. Take it easy.